So I went to the pawn shop the other day and I bought a drone. Yeah, I've been looking for a little drone I wanted to take with me on the road. I thought it'd be neat to do some stuff in truck stops and whatnot. And I came across this screaming of a deal, a DJI Phantom 4. It's not something I think I really want to take on the road because it's actually really nice. We did price it out. They retail at about $1,600. I gave $350 for this. So I can tell it's been dropped once, but it did fly around the pawn shop. So I'm going to open this thing up and see what we got. And I did put the battery on the charger already. So let's put this together and see what happens. It comes in this really nice case here. Get the battery right there. It's pretty nice. Apparently has a really good camera and all that. My brother was in town the other day, so we talked about it. The only thing I could see that was really wrong with it is that apparently it got dropped out of somewhere, and it's a little bent right there, and right there, so apparently it came down, it hit something, but it does fly. So it does take I need my cell phone through an app to use it. The controller looks pretty neat. It has a little thing which you stick your cell phone on here, or right there, and your phone clamps into that, and it does record while it flies. From what I've gathered on the old interwebs, it actually has a tracking mode and all that. I can like lock it on a car and drive around. It's got a range of about 20 or 30 minutes with the battery from what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna put this together. I gotta put the blades on, and it's got a bunch of blades, a bunch of extra blades. I don't think it was used much at all, but it was in the pawn shop for a reason. I'm hoping the reason was the guy needed money and it wasn't broken. Like I said, it flies, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. So let's get these blades on here and see what happens. Okay, so apparently the blades just pop on. They just turn on like this. You just stick them on and just kind of snap in. So that's kind of neat. I did download the app already and I played with it a little bit, but what's going on here? Problem one. Let's see if another blade works. Yep, so this blade didn't want to go on there. Let's see if it goes on here. Yeah. So now we got that. I'm going to put the battery in and see what happens there. So we decided to learn all this outside because Red didn't want to get hit in the head with a drone in the house, which is understandable because we're both kind of clumsy with these sorts of things. So let me show you where we're at now. The battery's charged, but I just realized I may need to charge the port here, so let me show you what we're dealing with. I've got this, and the reason this is a little off is because the power button on the phone, which I probably could, and I don't like the way Galaxy did these phones, but let's charge it up. We'll find the right app. Whoops. Oh yeah. And so get the app going. Well, these are all just advertisements. Not now. Okay. So let's get this all turned on and see what we're dealing with. I've got that on. Let me turn this on here. You can see the power's on here. Well, let's get it hooked up. So it's got a GPS located on it. Let's figure out how to connect it. We're going to hit settings. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, not that. So now that I've muddled through all of this, let me go into the directions and see what I'm missing. I didn't do that. So we tried the camera first time out. Didn't have the settings right. So pretty much everything went white. But it did take off and it did record. So we had to do a little bit of fiddling with it. But yeah, we didn't get a whole lot here. But it did record. Don't worry, it gets better. We got our first flight done. We tried it out. The camera is a little weird. I've got a, I think the camera is going to take some getting used to. So basically, it seems to work. So let's take it on another. Okay, how do we make this go the last time? Oh, all right. Hit the button. Well, let me show you here. Come here. And hit this button. It says take off now. Yes. And then it just goes straight up.
Find it.
There's a few neat things.
Find it.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
When it gets in the clouds, I can't see it.
that's all right. I'll have all of you know I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah. I'll land it on the house. See if we can get it. Then you pull the left one down and it shuts it off. So, hey, that's pretty. I think I may understand why this thing was pawned, but it does work. The camera does work. if you can see that, but everything is really whited out, and so having a hard time here trying to get this thing to work right. So I think we figured it out. I just had to go into the settings and reset a bunch of stuff, and now the picture looks great. So yeah, the picture looks great. So we got probably 10 minutes of film, so I'm going to take off here in a minute. So we got it to take off. The camera is a little wonky. I haven't quite figured that out. But once we got the settings done up right on it, the picture's actually really good. I just kind of wish I could get the, yeah, you see, we're sideways. But I'm rocking it back and forth quite a bit. But it, I brought it down a little bit to see if I could straighten the camera out, but I didn't seem to. Yeah. Didn't like the way it was a little jumpy, you know, and locking up, but overall does pretty good. It was actually fairly easy to maneuver around, and yeah, I got it to do a little panoramic, and it seemed like it did all right. I just kind of wish it wasn't so jumpy, but that's something I guess I'll have to work on here later. But for the most part, yeah, we got a really good camera view. So, hey, bringing it back down was actually fairly easy too. It was surprisingly easy to use. I just need to learn all the little nuances, and I didn't realize I was going to get such an advanced drone, but hey, it flew well. Okay, so I got it all to work. I got it through the free app. Now, everybody says the free app works great for about 10 minutes, and then it starts bombarding me, and it does all sorts of things free apps do. Apparently, there's a subscription I can buy to do this through the actual DJI app. I'm not endorsing them or anything like that. It's one of their apps. But we got it to fly and all that, so I'm going to take this, put it on the charger, and probably a little later when everything's all charged up, we're going to go out in the country and do some flying. It's actually remarkably easy to fly. It just takes some getting used to. I got it up to about maybe 50-60 feet, and once we figured out the contrast and the color and all that, it actually worked out really well. So let me get this charged up, and then we'll go ahead and play with it a little more. Yes. Okay, so it's the next day now. We've got the drone here. It's a little windy, but we're between a couple of semi-trailers. So let me bring you over and show you what we got, and then we're going to try to fly it just a little better today than we did yesterday. Still haven't quite figured out the camera yet, but we've been playing with it. So let's see if we can get some good video. So let's go turn this on. Got that turned on. Push, push. That's on. Now we have to turn the app on. No. That's all right. Go fly. It's connected. All right. So I hit that button here, and oh, I guess we're gonna have to. Wait a minute. Let me see. Is the camera still? Okay, the camera's fine. It's just being stupid. Oh, nope. I gotta fix the whatchamacallit. Yeah, that. Alright, we've got it fixed. You can't really see that, but it's all good to go. So let's do a pre-flight check. Let's see. Alright, so we're good to go. I haven't quite been able to get the camera to do what I want it to do, but it's a learning process. So let's see what happens.
Oh
Well, we landed it safely on the car. Leaves a little bit to be desired with the camera, but the camera is good. But I got an idea why. What we need to firm up the camera a little bit, and there's supposed to be some settings on here. It's got a camera button and all that, but it keeps going back to it just won't. So I maybe the camera just needs to be stiffened up or something, but it's something I'll have to look into a little later. We did have a really good flight. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more, and then we'll probably head back to the house, and I'll give you my final thoughts on all of this. Well, we got it landed, and only one almost mishap to where I just barely brushed up against my trailer, but no damage was done. So the controls are a little funky if you're not used to it. It's hard, since this is completely square, it's hard to remember which side is forward, because when you're looking, you have to be watching the screen rather than be watching the drone. Because if you watch the drone, everything is backwards. But you also have to remember which end is the front, which end is the back, which end is side to side. The camera always faces forward, and that's kind of what you have to remember. It will take some getting used to, but it's actually a lot of fun. And if I can get this camera straightened out, it'll be a lot fun. So we got the drone all cleaned up and had a lot of fun with it. It was a good deal. I don't think it's a beginner's kind of thing. I need to fix that someday. It's not a beginner's thing. I did notice that, but it is remarkably easy to use. So I think if you were to come across a deal like I did on it, you wouldn't be disappointed. What you would be disappointed in with is the app. If you're going to get real serious with it, I would wholly and seriously tell you to go through the website and get the app through the company. I think you can buy it like a one-time subscription for about 65, 70 bucks. Something like that. It's not terrible. And if you're going to be doing it for business and things of that nature, I would spend the money for real. Just playing with it like I am, I use the free app. It's not a big deal with me. But that being said, I had a lot of fun with it. And that's kind of what this was about, was just having fun. Go out, have some fun, try something new, and have a good time with it. You know, you can buy a beginner's drone a lot cheaper than what I paid for that. But at the same time, you know, fun is fun. Had a good time, and hopefully we'll have some more adventures with it as soon as I can get the gimbal on the camera figured out. So anyhow, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to take some time out and just enjoy yourselves, even if it's with something stupid like a drone. So just whatever you like doing, go out and do it. Have some fun. And remember, on your time off, just enjoy yourself. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next video.